last question set, number 5. What physical or human resources do you now need for your own professional development as a result of the social constructs of difference, the achievement gaps, or the experiences of diverse learners in your clinical setting? Why? So essentially what I'm getting from this question is what would I want, what do I now need as a teacher to help me further my understanding of the topics that we've talked about in class, dealing with diverse learners and situations, social constructs. Oh man, I think it would be really helpful for me to be a minority in situations again. For example, at the Boys and Girls Club, I was often the minority, not only in age, but racially as well. Just dealing with groups of all, especially all black students. There's a high population of black students at the Boys and Girls Club. And I think that being a minority in the sense, even as a leader, I still felt that a little bit of social alienation, that awkward sense of, I'm really not supposed to be here, but I am. I need to act as that role. And I think what was most beneficial is just being the minority and working with them and having that reverse feeling so that I can understand what students, let's say in an all dominantly white class, may understand if they're the outliers. And I think just being that really helped me see from the other side and be like, oh, this is how they see it, interpret their feelings. And again, it's not the same. It's very different, but it's very helpful. And given the chance, I would love to be in a situation, for example, student teaching, where I'm the extreme minority and just have to adapt myself, feel a little bit of the acculturation process. But I think that was very helpful. Any workshops as well dealing with Hispanic learners would be very, very helpful because I feel, at least in my setting, there was so much hostility between Hispanic students and everyone else. They tended to be the ones, just generally speaking, again, they tended to be the students who would cause the most trouble. And there was only a handful of them, I would say like 8, that I ever got to work with. But they seemed to have the largest attitude, and I don't know if they were all friends or related, and it was just like a dynamic between the group. But Hispanic students are something that still kind of, fascinate me, and I'm trying to understand a little more where they come from because I'd like to be able to reach them on a level that they understand, and then establish that respect and that understanding among one another. And something else. So Hispanic learners and being a minority are 2. I think the last one would to be any more experiences dealing with female learners, because as a FIAD teacher, I know that a lot of it will come from, oh, I'm the male physical educator, I'll be the health teacher as well. But dealing with groups of girls is still, I feel like just because I'm a male, it's something I'll never completely understand. But dealing with the girls is something that's a little different. I have to watch, my mannerisms. What should I say a little more? Not that I'm vulgar in any means, or that I'm, super machismo, macho, whatever it may be. But just to understand their learning style and reach them a little more, it's just something that would help me as a teacher. And I would really, really like to be a situation where, again, possibly with student teaching, I doubt that this would happen. But if I went to an all-girls school as a student teacher, I think that would be very beneficial. I think it would teach me a lot in how to think on my feet in very different situation. So anything that's other than what I know, essentially, I just want to grow as an educator. Any experiences would help. Any of the readings, for example, one of the movies we watched in class about poverty, I remember it was talking about the supermarkets and the differences between people. I found that information really, really helpful and really entertaining. So if you watching this hopefully right now have any access to those tapes or links on YouTube that you can send me, I really like to learn by YouTube and by media videos that way. So if there's any videos that you can send me or recommend me educationally, I love that stuff. I welcome any educational videos. I think that they're just awesome, and I would like to use them in a classroom someday as well. So anything that you can help me out with, send me that way, would be very beneficial. So, all right, thank you.